do 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 da da dun 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 da No, I am not Ethan Hunt, and this is not Mission Impossible. Hey, everybody, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to Diaz on Deck Travel. Today, I want to talk to you about not Mission Impossible, but challenge accepted. So, on my last cruise, y'all know I was on Utopia of the Seas, and I decided that I was going to see if I could be bougie on a budget without doing any upcharges. So let me tell you all about that. First and foremost, I always pick my cruise based on what kind of vibe I'm looking for. On this particular weekend, it was Halloween, so we were going to pound it out in the weekend, and we were going to go hard, and we were going to do all the things, but we weren't going to do any upcharges. So let me tell you what happened. So again, if you don't know the vibe of different ships, please consult your travel agent. We can do a lot of research for you, or you can research yourself, however you like to do it. But first and foremost, pick the cruise and cruise line that is right for you. If I was looking for a little bit more laid back, more adult, I would have probably picked something else for that weekend. But we were doing the Halloween cruise, so we knew we were going to go hard and go fast. And that was the vibe we anticipated. Also, we knew what venues they had and what was all included. So first things first, let's talk about entertainment. Do you have to pay extra for entertainment? Absolutely not. I mean, entertainment could be anything from a skating show, it could be an aqua show, it could be a Broadway production, and yes, it's all included. There is no extra fee for that. So again, all-inclusive vibes, but let's keep going, right? Okay, so let's talk about food, because food is a big issue to a lot of people. And you know, I've done the upcharge restaurants. They're fun, and you feel a little bit more bougie, and maybe you get a little bit more dressed up. But do you need to do that? Absolutely not. But if you want to do it, I definitely encourage it. Okay, so let's talk about the food. The food was everywhere and available, and a wide variety. I believe that on one of the last nights, not only did we have a wide variety of seafood, we had some nice little filet mignons. There was desserts, and there was lobster, and there was chicken, and there was different cultural foods. So, don't ever worry that you have to pay for an upcharge restaurant. You can if you want to. They are an experience, but food is included. Also, we got some fabulous food items at the Central Park Cafe. They were slicing roast beef and making sandwiches and toasting them, and you could have anything you wanted on them. That was just to name one of the types of sandwiches. They were making salads with all the variety of different things you could think to put on a salad. So many options, and it's included. Yes, it's in your cruise fare. Also, at some of the cafe areas, for example, on Star of the Seas, the Pearl Cafe, they have a grab and go area. They had yogurt parfaits, and they had sandwiches and cookies, and you wanted something healthy. They had little healthy boxes of chicken and nuts and apples, and you name it, it's gonna be there. You're not gonna starve, and the food is gonna be really, really good. And of course, your main dining room. I like going to the main dining room. It's nice once in a while to have somebody wait on you, because I tend to cook every day because, I like to eat pretty clean. And, it's really nice to sit down and take a breath. Now, if you don't have time for that, plan at least 45 minutes. They are pretty fast with the dining room, but it's more of a relaxing vibe. So the dining room will have lots of choices. One of my favorites is escargot as appetizer. So from escargot to French onion soup, Caesar salads, fried chicken, steaks, you name it, they have it. Maybe it's on different nights, but they have it. So do you need to pay extra for food? No. Take advantage of all the included items and areas on your ship. And now let's talk about drinks. So do I need a drink package? It's nice if you like to have a drink package, by all means, go right ahead. But can you sail and cruise without a drink package? Absolutely. There is water everywhere. They have juice and teas and coffee and different things, different days that are all included. So yes, it's nice to have a drink package, but can you sail without one? Absolutely. And also, if you check with your cruise line or you have your travel agent research this ahead of time for you, you can carry on your own soda. I believe it's Carnival that allows 12 cans per passenger. So I'm not sure how Royal Caribbean's guidelines are at the time of this video. So either have your travel agent or you can check your individual cruise line's policy on that. And now let's talk about the islands and the excursions. So do I need an excursion through the cruise line when I stop at a different port? Maybe, but let's talk about that. So when you go to an all-inclusive island that belongs to the cruise line, a lot of things are included. For example, you could pay extra and do an upcharge to go to the private beach because, you know, there's no children there, no one under 18. And that's lovely, and I've done it before. But many a time I have taken advantage of going to the included beach. On this last trip with Utopia, we took the 10-minute walk to South Beach, which, you know, we really could have taken the tram, but you know me, I have got to get my steps in. So we took a nice walk and we came out to this beautiful all-included beach. It had a floating bar. We were close to the food areas. And I believe my travel partner got some hamburgers and chicken sandwiches and some included tea or juice. So do you need to pay extra for that when the island is included as part of the cruise? No, you do not. You can if that's what you choose, but it is not necessary. Now, when you go to certain islands, the research needs to be done before you go so you know what to expect. Now, on Coco Cay, there is an upcharge for the balloon ride, there is an upcharge for the water park, and there is an upcharge for drinks if you don't have a drink package, and also for the adults area. On Carnival Celebration Key, I believe your drink package does not work there, and you also get one meal included, but there is no upcharge unless you have an additional meal or you go to one of the upcharge areas. So keep all of that in mind, and if you don't want to do the research, let us do the research for you. Okay, so what about when you go on an excursion that is not cruise-owned port? Well, let me tell you, you can do it. I went to Nassau on this last trip, and we decided that we were going to walk to the free beach. It's about a 10-minute walk. It's called Junkanoo, and yes, it was crowded, but yes, we got in the water and we didn't pay anything extra. Now, if you want to take an excursion, there is a little safety value in booking your excursion through the cruise line. So one, they're responsible for taking you to where the excursion says it's going to go, and they also are responsible for getting you back on time. So if you feel that little safety in booking through the cruise line, then by all means do it. But if you're just looking for a quick trip to the beach, check the areas around the cruise port, because a lot of times there is some shopping that you can do, and there's also some beaching that you can do. Also in Curacao, can you walk around the port? Yes, you can. Do you need an excursion? No, you don't. Depending on what you want to do. So there are shopping areas and there is an art area. So do your research before you go, or have us do it for you. So what do you think about cruising on a budget. What do you think about cruising as an all-inclusive experience? Comment down below. I would love to know if you've done it, what you thought about it, and think you could continue to do that. So I've done it both ways, and this is my advice. Do what you enjoy. Life is short, and you definitely need to enjoy yourself. I hope you found this video enjoyable and helpful. And if you did so in any way, please give me a big thumbs up and like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me to bring you more content. And remember, I'll see you on my next mission.